Good morning. It is the Valentine's Day weekend. It is February 15, 2025. We talking about love today, this thing called love, and we have amazing guests, not only sitting next to me, but some of those in the background, including my co-hosts. And we're actually giving our men the floor today. Hey, Tina T.
Hey, Shelly. Hey, you man. Hey, Mr. Donnie.
See, she goes ahead of schedule. I ain't even introduced the people yet.
Well, hold on. Let me help you out.
So who I have next to me, I actually have my husband who has blessed me with his presence and who's going to share his perspective on a lot of things. And today, I'm not just a host. I am actually a student. I'm here to learn and apply what God is allowing to be supplied in this conversation. I also have Chu Man, who is representing a man who has been married and is now divorced. And I believe that his experiences, they help to shape his definition, his perspective of love. But we also have not nephew Tommy, we got nephew Hayes. Hey, Hayes.
How y'all doing? Everybody doing?
Hey. So we got Hayes all the way from New York. He is a 29-year-old, and I'm going to say it correctly. He is not single. He's been in a relationship for a year and a half, and he considers himself to be committed. He says off the top, I'm not married, but I'm not single. Hayes is Tina T's, a Lady Tina's 29-year-old baby boy, and we are so excited to hear from him as well. So again, welcome all the men to the panel. It is your show, your floor, and we are going to make sure that we give you the time to hit on these topics. So without delay, Our first question is, and this is a duo question. We want to know, and let me start by saying these questions were posed. So I've been posting for the past 2 weeks, just asking people, what are some of the questions that you want us to ask the men so that women can stop assuming, and let's hear directly from them. And one of the questions was, what is your definition of love, and what says I love you to you without the words actually being spoken?
Good question.
Yeah, I know, right? They got some good questions.
Yeah.
So who want to come in first? Don't everybody be quiet?
Oh, I thought you were calling us out. I mean,
No.
Let's start talking.
So you said, what is the definition of love?
What is your definition of love, and what says I love you to you without the actual words being spoken?
First, let me hit the second part of it. I feel you saying you love me without saying it, when you support me,
Okay.
when we can work together, when we can agree to disagree, but still at the end, we don't fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
And most importantly, when you know when something else is wrong or something is throwing me off,
So like
outside, yes,
Okay.
and you know how to jump in.
You agree with that, Hayes? Is that what you said?
No, I was on mute, but I agree. I'm in agreement.
And then you can jump in and say, hey, baby, it's gonna be all right. Or what do I need to do? And sometimes knowing when to say, hey, let's go away for the weekend. We just need to go away because
Taking
you
the initiative.
stress. Yeah.
Okay.
But you see it, but you don't have to. And that's the way for me. That's, you love me when you know me like that.
So I appreciate that. But again, like I said, I'm a student here. And even though I've been with Don for over half of my life, I can never say that I know it all as it relates to him. So, babe, what says I love you to you without actual words being spoken?
I think that I love you moves as you mature.
Okay.
I don't think I love you means the same thing at 22 as 53.
Okay.
because your needs change,
Mhm.
because you change. I think the biggest thing of love is responsibility.
Expound on that, sir.
Like if I love you, I'm responsible for you, not just
Mm.
your provision and protection as a man, but just period.
Mm.
So if my love focuses on you, your love focuses on me, we'll be fine.
Mm.
I agree with that.
Oh, can I get a pen?
Oh,
You know what? I was looking for something to
Take
write.
notes,
I'm gonna have to
somebody.
run this back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take notes when I come back. Hayes, what says "I love you" to you without the actual words being spoken?
That's a good question. I heavily agree with Donnie. You know, I think at the end of the day, you know, love boils down, at least at this stage of my life, to two things, and that's reliability and intimacy. I
Mm.
feel like, you know, whether it's to someone commitment or loyalty, all that, you know, boils down into reliability. Can I rely on you to be who you are and with me every single day of the year, every single year that we together? And obviously the intimacy part of a relationship, that's important to me.
Yeah.
And I think even diving into that a little bit further for me is like, you know, can you learn my needs as a person? If you understand my needs as a person and I understand your needs as a person, I think nothing really spells I love you more than that.
Wow.
I think it's tougher for people to, because everybody's needs are different, and it's tougher for people to learn other individuals' needs. That's pretty much compatibility.
Yeah.
And I feel like your ability not only to learn someone else's needs, but your desire to do so is the true testament to that. And not everybody's gonna fit together, but I don't know. That's my opinion.
I'm about to
Wow.
cry.
Unmarried, by the way.
Don't cry, Tina. Don't cry.
I'm about to cry.
Don't cry.
All
Hey,
right, it's right, Lord.
if you do, just wipe your teeth, get you some tissue. But that's your legacy talking right there. That's huge. That says a lot.
I like what he said about intimacy.
Yeah.
Because women just think men just like all men is just about sex.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't always about sex to us. Yeah, we love sex. Don't get me wrong, but it's that romance and that we want you to be romantic to us too.
Let's dig into that. So even though we do have questions, we have organic conversation.
I'm sorry.
No. I want to go there. We have organic conversations, and each one of you all says something that can be expounded on. So Hayes talked about intimacy, and you started to dig into that, which I think we should. I also want to dig into, you said being supported. To me, that's a what. Just like Don saying us being responsible for each other, that's a what. It will help if we have more detailed information as it relates to how. So how to support, how to be more intimate and not talking about sex exclusively, and how to be responsible for you as men. So let's dig into that. Let's start with the intimacy. So when you talk about being intimate, exactly what are you referring to?
Yeah, and I think it's really non-sexually in a way. Obviously, like that's a part of everybody's relationship, but that's a spectrum. So everybody's gonna have their own flavor of you know, sexual, you know, all that stuff. But I think intimacy is really just being able to speak to a person's soul,
Mm.
and really understand, like, you know, for example, you know, being that y'all having a disagreement, that's probably a little spat of that week, but you understanding that what he's really saying to me is like he's stressed for this week. He has a lot of stuff going on at work, or he has a lot of stuff going on with his family. So I need to resonate with that. I need to make sure, like, okay, he's worrying about this. Maybe I'm gonna handle the food, or maybe he's handling the food. Maybe I need to handle this one errand, you know, that he was planning to do that he ain't really got around to, and I can let him know that I just did that for him. You know, I feel like that's a form of intimacy that's like totally non-sexual, that somebody can resonate, like you feeling them spiritually and you feeling their soul.
So you're talking about going beyond what we see and looking to the core of what's really going on. So like the Bible talks about not judging on the outside, but looking at somebody's heart.
And it really, and I guess more specifically, recognizing that like they going through something or there's a need here that they're not speaking to.
Yeah.
Can I at least like satisfy that need non-sexually? Can I satisfy that need for them without them even expecting it, without them having to ask for it, without us having to argue about it? Can I satisfy a specific need for them this week, this day, this hour? I think that's extremely intimate.
Wow. Any other
I
comments
mean,
on intimacy?
if you want to, I agree with what you said too. I like that, Hayes. one thing I think about intimacy is also the little finer points, the little details. Let's just take it from a physical standpoint. You need to know that person you with. So if you're walking down the street, you see some couples hold hands, you see some couples armed up like this, you see some couples apart. That doesn't mean the people that are apart are not intimate. It's just that's how they feel. That's how they get it on. I think that you have to know that individual so you know when you're gonna hold hands, when you're gonna hold what's your love language.
Oh, that's part of this here too. That's good.
Everybody has a different love language. It's where how you first of all, everybody has something that they saw growing up. So if you come from a single parent household or if you come from a 2-parent household, it's what you saw growing up, then what society said, and then if you go to church, what church is saying. So everybody has those little pieces that's put inside them. But then as you start getting older, you start to find what works for you.
Correct.
Because at some points, you got to realize what works for you in your body, what works for you in your heart, what works for you in your soul. And then you start putting that together. But you still don't really know until you add that person.
Yeah, because not you by yourself. Yeah, it's not you by you create your own. You have your own individual love language, but together you all create a language.
It's a gumbo, some gumbo.
Yeah. And it's a lot of give and give more than give and take to be able to learn someone and operate on the level that Hayes is referring to. I see what's going on with you, but because I know you, I'm connected with you. I can see beyond that and see, okay, despite it looking like you mad about this, it's something else going on with you, and I can tap into that and meet that need.
And that's exactly what intimacy is. I mean, it's just a representation of closeness, whether it's physical closeness, whether it's spiritual closeness, whether it's emotional closeness. You're able to tap into the connectivity that y'all have in some way. And I feel like that, I don't know, because I'm only 29, so I don't know anything, but I feel like as couples generally get older, it's easy to just lose that intimacy because of habit or because of normality or because of children or because of stress or whatever. But like, I feel like that's obviously a large degree of why you fell in love, and that's a large degree of what's going to keep you in love.
Tina, that's your son talking. Tina.
I'm trying to contain it. I wish Donnie would say something so I could go on and cry.
Wow.
Hey, Hayes, don't get it. Hey, I'm 50. At 50, you're right. You hit it on the head.
Yeah, you did.
Life, you can't judge life. You can't control life.
Wow.
So life affects your intimacy and your roles. And I'm going to let Don talk because I've been talking a lot. He's the senior spokesman here. He's the chief around here.
Yeah, I don't know nothing, man.
Yes, you do, man.
Quite a bit. I think a lot of it is presenting a love that you wouldn't accept.
Ooh.
Tina.
Wait a minute. Donnie, you just gonna come out like that?
What? I mean, no, wait a minute. I feel like you. Last time, like what?
A lot of times we love in a way that wouldn't speak love to us in return.
Ooh.
We do.
Ooh.
That's good.
Yes.
Wow.
Pack that up and take it. Pack that up and take it.
Yeah, we
what you say, T?
Pack that up and take it. We're gonna carry that part.
Man,
expound
on that.
I think that if everybody can be honest,
let's be
their
honest.
Situations, we have presented something that we wouldn't accept.
But we expect you to accept.
But we expect you not only to accept it,
but don't say nothing about
like
it.
it never happened.
Ooh.
And that's not real life.
That's good though, babe.
If we talk love, because love is like butt naked. Like I can stand in front of you butt naked.
And you gonna love me.
And you're gonna love me. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, I think nowadays we are so on this accept me unapologetically, which isn't a real thing. Because yes, you could be a phenomenal, amazing person, but you're flawed. So don't expect me to accept your flaws if you're not even willing to work on them. You got to be able to say, listen, baby, I'm giving you the best I can for now, but I'm flawed. And I still have stuff to work on. So no, don't accept me unapologetically. Things I need to apologize for. Because I haven't made it yet. And in love, we should be able to accept that. You know what? You're right. Let's work on it.
So that brings me to, go ahead.
Together.
together. Because that brings me to one of the sayings that I completely disagree with when it says love is blind. That's like people saying they don't see color. Love is not blind. If anything, love should allow you or provide you an opportunity to see better. It doesn't mean that you judge and you are unforgiving, but like you said, I do see you and I love you in spite of what it is that I see. And I know that together we can work on that.
You know, if you really think about it, love is like, in the biblical sense, God see you out here doing all kind of hell and sin, but he still loves you.
Yeah. That's love.
So when in our sense, when you say love, when people say love is blind, really love is grace. Because you know, like Don said, my motto is this: it's 100% of you.
Yeah.
If you got 75 to 80% of what I like, you Gucci to me.
We can work on 20%.
Yeah, because the 20%, some of the 20%, everybody has to realize there's no 100% person.
Yeah.
So that 20% is some things that's just you.
Yeah.
I gotta accept that.
Yeah.
Do I want to mess up this beautiful relationship trying to fix your 20%? Don ain't finna mess up the relationship trying to fix the 20% of you. But he got 80.
Yeah.
Then go out find another chick that got that 20, but the other 80 is all crazy. He ain't gonna be happy. He been with y'all. Y'all been together so long, so he's like, this 20, you know, I got more than 50%. I got my 80%.
Yeah.
This you. This 20% is you.
Yeah.
We know I ain't gonna change this about you. You know this about you. Let's go about it.
So let's talk about this, because another one of the questions was, can love of a person coexist with disliking that person? And I'm not talking about disliking what they do. I'm talking about somebody whose behavior, because we all grow and change. And there are times when our identity changes. There are times when we practice so much what it is that we're doing that people no longer see us separated from what we're doing. They say, okay, this has become this individual, and I have developed a dislike for the person. At the same time, I love them. The question is, can that truly coexist? And how, as men, if you get to that place, how do you then get out of that place? Because you got two things that appear to be on opposite sides of the spectrum. I got love over here for you, but I don't like you right now. Can that be fixed? Oh, what y'all looking at each other for?
We want to talk about each other.
I think the key to that is to differentiate the person and the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I will always love the person,
Mm-hmm.
but I hate the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So have you, with that though, have you ever gotten to a point, and it could just be a woman thing, because I know we are overly emotional. Okay. And sometimes I've had a tendency in my past to take what a person does or does not do and equate that to who they are and say that this is their standard, their perspective concerning me. So for me, I was so crazy. You ain't got to say nothing. Shut up, Thang. that sometimes if the dishes weren't washed and you know I can't stand it, you don't love me.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you gotta watch that.
You know what I'm saying? And after I said something and it happened over and over and over again, then it was no longer, this is just not something that you're not doing. This is who you are. And now this whole, it's like a whole soap opera. This thing then blew all the way up. And so are you saying that you as men have the ability to keep behaviors and what you know about a person separate?
this is my opinion. This is just
Yes,
my
sir.
opinion.
Yes, sir.
I think that foundationally, men and women love different.
Mm-hmm.
I think men, we love more in a obligatory way. And what I mean is that if we love you, like we love you for real, like we down for you,
Mm-hmm.
which eliminates a lot of the emotions.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? If I love you, I don't like you, but I got to pay this mortgage. You know, if I don't like you, I got to do this. I do what I have to do. So
With love being the reason,
the
why,
base.
the why.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I didn't love you, I
Gotcha.
wouldn't be doing this.
Gotcha.
So with that being said,
Wow.
we have the ability to overlook the thing because a lot of it is emotionally driven.
Yeah.
You didn't do this. I feel some kind of way.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have the opportunity to get caught in our feelings like that because we still got to keep it pushing. No, we still got to keep it moving.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
That's good.
So that's why we have the ability, in my opinion, to kind of overlook a lot of stuff that's like really getting on our nerves because we've made the decision to love you.
Wow.
Because it's a choice.
I mean, I agree that it's a choice. I understand it's a choice. I just know we have all these feelings as women, but it's good to hear that when you all make a choice, you truly make a choice. And even though you do have emotions because you love us in a way that has some emotion tied to it, some affection with it, but you don't allow it to overrule you. You don't allow it to govern your decisions. You're truly able to keep it separate at least 95, 98% of the time.
Some of the stuff we made.
I'm sorry. No, I was just saying that gives you a clearer understanding too, because he said they move in an obligatory way. Did I say that wrong?
Right.
Did I say that right? And we don't move like that.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
But
We've been mad at the dishes for 4 months.
Yeah.
And y'all done went on. Okay.
Yeah. It makes a difference. It helps us to see.
And some of that, for me personally, is part of that 20% that I'll just throw in that 20% category. Like, okay, I know this is what she does, or I really don't like this, but this is her. So this goes in the 20% category.
Wow.
When that starts to spill over into, and it's
when the calculation change,
when that table starts dipping like that, we got a problem.
Uh-oh.
But I just know that this is her.
Yeah.
You know, you just got, it's just every couple, whether they knew or been together for 50 years, it's just, you can sit there and say, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. This happened. She going to act like this. She going to be mad about that. Or you going to say, he going to do this. He going to be upset about. Everybody knows that because that's part of that. You just know.
Yeah.
So that's why you got to know that individual.
That's good, though. That's good. And I don't know if you remember, so like yesterday, was it yesterday? I think I had a whole lot of stuff I was going out to the car with. And I don't like him coming outside without being covered up in the cold. I got that old mindset. You know, you come out here without a hat, you're going to catch a cold, you're going to be sick. And so I had all this stuff. And he said, look, I'm going to help you take this stuff out to the car. He had on shorts and sandals. Okay.
My man.
Shut up. Flip-flops. Okay. And the t-shirt.
That's what we do.
And I'm like, and he's like, you gonna be mad.
Mind you, it's snowing here in Chicago. It's snow.
And it was snow. And but he said, you gonna be mad. But by the time you get home, you're gonna be all right. So come on.
That's right.
And that is an example of how I can relate to what you're saying. You know, that when you know that you just know. So yeah, you're gonna be mad, but I know you enough to know that you're not gonna stay mad. You know, and you're not even really just mad. You're looking out for me, and now okay, but you're gonna get over it. By the time you come back at 5:30, you're gonna be good. So
because you know what the man say, and I'm done thinking that'll be me too. We said by the time I put all this stuff on, I've been dropped the stuff off, and got back in the house, and you'll be going around the block. I just saved us 5 minutes.
Whatever.
Am I right? If I'm wrong, y'all tell me. Fellas.
Whatever. But you know that's the nurturer in us.
But see, that's
the mother in us.
Nurturer, provider. A
That's
provider
true.
ain't thinking about us.
That's true.
A provider thinking about you.
That's true. Hayes, you got something you want to add to this part of the conversation, sir?
I mean, I agree with everything I said. I mean, I'm a little bit more zoomed out. I think it's a nuanced question because I feel like, you know, love and dislike it's two different terms. Love is long term, dislike is short term. And not only that, I do 100% agree with the equation because I feel like, you know, everybody come with their sets of pros and cons. I got my sets of pros. I got stuff I'm good at in the relationship. I got stuff I'm bad at in a relationship. And I think every person come with their own sets of pros and cons. And so I feel like I'm saying that to say, you know, for you to be with a person where, to his point about the equation, you understand their sets of pros and you understand their sets of cons, and you choosing to go forward with this person. And you knew the whole time that they smacked their food when they was eating, or you knew the whole time that they never washed the dishes or whatever. Like I feel like that's kind of like for you 5 years in, 7 years in.
Yeah.
maybe it's worth an argument to say you never do this, but like they've always done it. So like why are you can't now use that to say like I don't love you anymore. And I feel like that's crazy. But I feel like you can say that you don't like that you don't like that behavior.
Yeah.
Now where I think that to his point about that equation growing is like if they do smack their food while they're eating and then now y'all arguing, but now he calling you all types of names in an argument and now he like talking to you a certain way, that's a totally different type of con that probably wasn't there at first.
Yes, sir.
So I feel like then that changes the love dynamic because now this is a totally different type of like, this is not just the behavior. Because he called you whatever.
Because he called me a pig.
So, I mean,
because he called you a pig.
Because you were smacking, girl.
Right.
Restaurant, you
and licking your fingers.
But, I know. I say all that to say though, like I think a lot of people don't really, and men. This is why I think men and women do differ. Like men don't, they willing to push past a lot of cons that they wouldn't otherwise like.
Mm-hmm.
Like really cared about. They're willing to push past a lot of it until it's 5 years in, 7 years in, and then be like, I don't even know why I'm like with this one. Like at first it wasn't a big deal, but now they're like. Whereas women, I think, can be a little bit more fickle when it comes to cons and like every single thing they nitpicking that, and it's like I don't like the way he chew with this type of fork that he got, and it's like, but like I think men can be a little bit more blind to it.
Yeah.
To your husband's point, because it is a little bit more like I'm providing for this woman, I know who she is, and this is who I want to be with. Like you willing to push past a lot more red lights, a lot more cons than you probably would at a different age. I think men typically have that habit where women can be a little bit more fickle and like throw away good dudes who got 10 pros, but they got one con that's not really that big, and like they just like, oh yeah, hey, you know, like I don't know. That's my opinion.
I mean, it's a good perspective, sir.
Mhm.
And as women, I'm going to say, and Tina can definitely weigh in, that's true.
It is.
That's true. Yeah, sometimes we will blow up
Immediately.
but we'll blow up the minority. We'll make something major that's minor because we focus on what we don't have or what we want as opposed to the gem that we have, and just blow stuff out of proportion.
And miss out.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good perspective.
Whereas men just typically are just like, it's whatever till it's not whatever anymore. Then now the man blowing up after a longer time.
Wow. So let's talk about that too, and being able to have those type of conversations, because communication is key. It's essential in every relationship. What are some of the things that would persuade you to opt out of having what we deem a hard conversation with your mate?
I'm not about to argue.
Okay, so if you know you're gonna walk into an argument,
I'm not about to argue. If we can't sit down and have a conversation, I'll talk about anything. But if you can't hear what I'm saying and I can't hear what you said, like one of my things is I'm gonna sit here, say everything you gotta say. Let's go, just say it. Now it's my turn. Shh, don't say nothing.
yeah.
Let me respond to everything you said, everything. But I'm responding. See, that's all that. Hold on, let me
get it out.
We working here together.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's gonna turn into like that argument, brothers ain't got the need. I don't have the patience to argue. My time is valuable. So
yeah.
I want us to get to the point of what the situation is, have a resolution, and then let's go on to the next thing. Arguing just take up wasted time, in my opinion.
What you got, babe?
I believe that we can have any conversation on any topic if we can operate in fact. We're in a place where everybody has a truth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, you don't have an opinion.
Jesus, Lord.
It's a difference.
Yeah.
Everybody can't have a truth.
Yeah.
That's your opinion.
Yeah.
And you have every right to it. When we have this hard conversation, we have to operate in truth. Not you made me feel, or you, because there's no win in that. Because I can't dictate how I made you feel.
Yeah.
Because that's your feeling. That's your opinion.
Yeah.
So when we sit down and have the hard conversations, let's try to eliminate all the touchy feelings and let's speak truth.
Mm.
Because once we get the facts on the table, we can deal with it from there.
Yeah.
Because they facts, 1+1 is the same thing always. But if we're in a place now, where I think the sky is blue, well, no, the sky's pink, and you think it's pink, what am I supposed to say to that?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't come back.
There's nothing I can do with that.
That's good.
And also, I think we have to get to the place where we understand when someone does something wrong and when somebody does something in a way which we don't prefer.
Oh, I'm guilty sometimes.
Because it's a difference.
I know, Tina. I know. I saw your face.
It's a difference.
Yeah, it is a difference.
And then the thing is, I don't want to do all the talking. Men, we're made in a way in which you have to give us a way to win. If everything we do is wrong, we quit trying.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's so true.
Preach.
Got
Yeah.
to build a way in which we are competitive, even with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to have a road to win.
Yeah.
If you when you shovel the snow, I want you to put all the snow to the left. We're going to put the snow to the left.
Mm-hmm.
You come tomorrow, be like, I want it to the right. I'm going to stop shoveling.
Oh, please don't stop shoveling.
Because when I put to the left, it was wrong. When I put to the right, it was wrong. I'm not shoveling anymore because I don't have a path to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have to have a path to win.
Wow. I don't think we as women realize the power that we have. Because even with that scenario, to say, so many words are not like you're broken or insecure, incompetent like that, but I want to please you. I want your approval. I want to do good at this. And so when you continue to show me that no matter what it is I do, it's not enough, then I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm done. That's huge. And I think we as women need to understand the impact and the power that we have with these men just loving us, period. There's a responsibility that we have when we accept their love. We have to handle them with care too, regardless of the fact that society makes it seem like they're men. So like they're hardcore, they don't feel. You do feel. You do feel. And it's our responsibility to make sure we take care of your heart.
I remember a long time ago, I told you that as a woman, you may be a little too young, my man. You may not remember, but we should remember. Remember Popeye and how spinach just made him do anything.
Yeah.
And for Superman, his weakness is kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
Our woman is both.
Yeah.
Like nobody can build us up, nobody tear us down.
Yep. She got the key.
That is a huge responsibility.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yes, a lot.
Because nobody can lift me up more, but nobody can tear me down more.
Yeah.
Because you know our weakness.
And if you're not willing to take that responsibility seriously, that's a lot. That's a problem.
Wow, that is a problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, because anybody can say anything about you, but you come in the house, they dogging you out, and you come in the house and you say, "Baby, you did a great job."
Yeah.
You like, yeah, I don't care what they say about me.
Yeah.
Long as my baby happy.
Yeah.
You know, I know when I was married and I had my children, if them 3 girls and their mama said thumbs up, I don't care what the world said.
Yeah.
Because that's who I'm here for.
Yeah.
That group right there. As long as they gave me the thumbs up, but everybody could praise me if they go, no. Then I'm like, okay, I need to change something. So he's right about that. I mean, y'all, I got the power. Yeah, y'all got the power for that. and men, we honestly, we simple. We travel the least path of resistance. We like water. We are simple. Love us. All the guys who want to have 5 women, that's because they don't have an understanding of what they want. But a guy really wants a good woman to be at home with, to hang with. Just a good woman. Ain't that hard. Just hard. Y'all make it hard sometimes.
What you got, Hayes?
I mean, I agree. I think we all saying the same thing, but I mean, I think like one is it's not what you're saying, it's always how you say it.
Yeah.
And so if you're gonna go to your man, husband, partner, all that stuff, and like you're gonna tell them like, I hate when you always do this, that's totally different from, this made me uncomfortable today, and here's why. But one of them is a totally unapproachable conversation and probably gonna lead to an argument. And then I think also like beyond that, you can't have 10 days of I'm totally uncomfortable with this, and I'm totally uncomfortable with this, and I'm totally uncomfortable with this without saying like, oh yeah, you did this today. I'm glad you did this. I love you for that. Or I love you, I love you today for no reason. Or like, you did this yesterday. So, I did this and I'm getting you this, or, having that positive reinforcement and having that positive side instead of, I feel like that's a lot of, and maybe it's right or wrong, but like a lot of men do feel like I got to go 30 days of hearing a negative comment before I like even get a thank you or even get an I love you or even get like any sort of positive reinforcement for what I've been doing. And so I feel like that falls a little deaf sometimes because I don't know. Y'all are women, so y'all like maybe that's true, maybe it's overstated, but men, y'all can say if y'all disagree or agree. But I feel like a lot of men end up feeling that way.
Well, they shaking their head, yeah. Hey, I mean, I'm seeing it on both sides. They saying yeah, so you on point, man.
Yeah, I just feel like it's definitely how you say it. Like you got to be able to approach somebody to have a conversation for one, and then you also got to give somebody. You telling them a negative, you got to at least give them what are they doing right too.
Ooh,
balance it out. Just understanding of each other overall. When you getting to know a person, love is different for everybody.
Yeah.
So to hear views from all three of y'all, it just makes it compiles everything to basically understanding individuality, knowing a person, whether you like how I want to put it, like decision making to stay there or go, not be so emotional. Just a lot of things to hear it from different angles. Even you two, man, you too. I heard you.
All the time.
But it's really an eye opener.
It is. So is there a line in the sand when it comes to love for you all? Is there okay, you know what? That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
the line is different for every man, but absolutely. I mean, definitely. Yeah.
We would like to know.
For a more mature man, the line is disrespect. Because I don't think women understand that, man. And this is not going to be, a thing that people want to hear. But you get to a place where men need respect more than we need love.
Oh yeah.
I mean, break that down.
Oh yeah.
We understand that love is a moving target. Sometimes love is different. But
respect.
But respect, like we have to have that. Like that is mandatory to know that with our person, we're respected, because what respect does, it makes you watch your mouth. It makes you handle me differently. Because you respect me. You will never mistreat somebody you respect.
Never.
Ever. You won't.
That is absolutely true.
That is absolutely true.
Absolutely.
And I think when you respect, especially with men, is so much put on us at the beginning coming into the. Let's be real. As Black men, it's so much put on us outside that we're fighting for that respect.
Yeah.
That I don't need to come inside and get disrespected.
Wow.
Bro, you're right. Because like I tell people, man, and I don't think us as men, we articulate this correctly, but sometimes our home has to be our hiding place.
Yes, sir.
From the world, because I can't speak for the Black woman's experience, but for the Black man, we are fighting from the day we leave, from the moment we step outside our door. Whether it's not wanting to be put over by the police or not getting shot by a pookie or people at our job disrespecting us, talking any kind of way. When I come home, I just need to be able to go in my little cubby hole for a second, collect myself, and then I'm ready.
Yeah.
But if I'm fighting on the way to work, I'm fighting at work, I'm fighting at home,
you always fight.
We are going to find a place not to fight.
Oh God.
And that's the truth.
It is the truth.
We're gonna find somewhere where
100%.
We not gonna fight.
That's where Becky come in.
Yeah, I was thinking about Becky. I ain't gonna tell no lie. Becky came up in my mind.
Blonde head Becky.
And it don't have to be Becky. It could be
Tanisha.
the gym.
Yeah.
It could be the gym.
He said Tanisha.
It could be the table. It could be somewhere.
Yeah. We're gonna find some relief somewhere.
We're gonna find some relief. It don't always have to be a Becky or a Shaquita or none of that. But it is mandatory to have a place in which we don't have to fight.
So you talked about finding that place, and one of the questions that was posed, like the Bible says, to love your neighbor as yourself, which says you have to love yourself. It's imperative that you love yourself before you successfully are able to love somebody else. In what ways do you show yourself love as men? And I ask that question because sometimes what you do may send a wrong message to your mate. So for instance, like for me, I have to spend time alone. And so sometimes I can get really distant, really quiet, and it can send the wrong message, like something is wrong. And it's not that, it's just I'm taking a moment for myself to just be with me and regroup and things of that nature. So what ways do you all show love to yourself so that you can get that relief and then be able to present yourself as your best self in your relationships?
Well, it's different for every man, but I think what you just said is a great example of it all. It's just communication. So when you, like you just said, you need to get that moment. If you communicate that at the beginning and I start to watch you and understand, I can see you coming in the door and I can say, ooh, baby, one of them days, I'm finna make something, go on, sit down, watch TV, relax. I got it. I'm gonna cook dinner, or I'm gonna order us some food, or you change clothes and we're gonna go out to eat because you need that time. Or how about I'm gonna pick up some pizza so you can have this time alone.
And that's you all, and as you said, is your obligation. That's you all taking care of us.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm just using an example.
Okay.
But it's the communication. Same thing with women.
So what is an example? What is something that you do to pour into you?
Not play the game.
Or do you all even do that?
To be honest, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I think the question.
Come on, Hayes.
Hey.
What you got?
No, man. I think it's not that it's the wrong question, but I think like it's not really like to love yourself. It is to love yourself to love another person, but I think what that really is saying is like you need to know yourself to love another person. Like if you don't know what side of you is showing up in a relationship, you can love yourself all day, you can get yourself all the gifts and all that stuff. That's not the bad part that's going to show up in your relationship. The bad part that's going to show up in your relationship is like you not knowing yourself and you not realizing like that you toxic in certain ways or what way. Like I said, we all got our cons, but like you need to understand like why you think a certain way. What do you value in a relationship that's causing you to behave a certain way with another person? So I'm saying that. Yeah.
Can I interject? She's saying, how do y'all pour into y'all self?
Okay. But
like,
or do you all even do that? Do you even recognize that you
like your takeaway could be the game plan. That's your method of that's
my time.
And I don't know.
Right.
But my thing is like, how does that make you love someone better?
Oh.
Like that's just something that you like to do as a hobby. That's
oh no.
And you know what? I'll be honest. That question you asked is a woman question.
I mean,
but the question came from women.
But the thing is, men, we are horrible at self-care.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that's what I'm like. Do you all even take care of yourself?
We don't take me time because we are so absorbed with we.
Right.
Wow.
That's what I said.
We don't have time for. We don't have time for me.
Do you wish that you did though?
No, because
that's not really how like yeah.
No, because the thing.
I said that ain't how that works.
We're playing the game is not your me time. Like I'm just saying this for all. Like a lot of men play the game, or a lot of men like golf or something. That's
and I do play the game, but I'm saying like I'm gonna love my girl the way that I was gonna love her, whether it's bad or good, whether I play the game or not. Like I'm not gonna love her better because like I got an hour to play on my PS5 today. For me, I feel like the two aren't really related. Where like the question implies that like I'm going to now be the best husband because like I got this like hour of game time. I'm like,
we don't do self.
Really?
We don't do self.
We don't.
Be so diplomatic, Hayes. I mean, because we need to go get our nails done or something.
Yeah.
that's not a man. That's what I'm saying. That's not a man question. Like I agree with them.
Wow.
You're not gonna hear a man say, "I need to go get a massage."
No.
I mean, I would think that like even like if y'all spend time with your boys,
but you're gonna do that regardless.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, but it has
right.
it carries no weight.
No.
And what it is that you
For me it don't.
No whatsoever.
I mean, all three of y'all saying the same
No,
thing.
for me,
So
because
I'm like Shelly, but leave them alone if I have to fight them because they all say the same thing.
What women need to understand: men, most men. I can't speak for all. Most men are masters of compartmentalizing stuff.
mm-hmm.
We put stuff in a box, we close the box, and the boxes don't touch. We got a friend box, we got a work box, we got a kid box, we got a wife box, and what's going on with the kids, never touch the wife box. What's going on at work, never touch the home box. Everything in this box, and it stays there till we open that box up and deal with that box. When we're done, we close the box, push it to the side. That's why a lot of times you used to ask me, how can you sit down and watch the same ESPN show for 2 hours? Because I'm not doing nothing box.
Okay.
And it doesn't care what's on TV. It doesn't matter. I'm not even paying attention.
But even when you're doing that, you're not necessarily pouring into yourself. You're not getting replenished.
Nope, I'm in my nothing box.
You're in a nothing box.
And we got boxes all over. We like,
Baby.
Y'all don't have boxes all over. Y'all have one box.
Right. Y'all
with pouches.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna say. They got a bag. You got one box with pouch bag. That's why everything touch. All y'all stuff touch. Everything touches.
It does though.
We don't want to live for that.
I feel like it now. If the question is like, do I think it's healthy to spend 100% of time with your partner at all times? If that's the question, I don't think that is. I think everybody needs to stay on space. So like, if that's what we answer, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I do stuff on my own. I think everybody should have their own friends, have their own activities, all that. Now, as to how that relates to these other boxes for men, it typically doesn't.
Wow.
Because when we wake up that morning, it's a Saturday. If it was warm outside, I woke up this morning, did whatever to do around the house. Don, what you doing? Hey man, let's go kick it to the park. Let's go hoop. All right, I'll see you in about 30 minutes.
But that does not help you come back home and give love more.
No. Now I'm gonna tell you what helped me. What helps most men is when that lady and you just like, and you need somebody to vent to get a perspective on them. Someone that knows you, who's going to be real with you. So I can say, Don, man, Shelly got on my nerves today, man. I don't know what happened, and then he can say, bruh, you did this, right. You wrong.
Right. I agree. I think every man needs one person.
Accountability partner.
That you are 100% honest with 100% of the time.
Yep.
And know there's no room for judgment.
Yep.
I think men do better in relationships because men, we understand what you have to go through to be with us. We understand we're difficult.
Yeah.
We're not easy. Yeah. Women struggle with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm the prize. Just accept me. That's not real life. We understand. Like for me, I could be a handful. I know that. So with that being said, I have to extend grace to you because you have to put up with me.
And you have to put up with me. But
at the same token, I should get grace because I have to put up with you.
You have to put up with me.
Yeah. And women aren't good at extending that grace.
Well, in today's time, they had to because we're becoming limited on the market. Back in the days, 30 years ago, it was plenty of us walking around. But now the market is slimming down. So brother, yeah.
So now y'all think y'all really are the prize?
Elder Barnes out, light skin was in, everybody. But no, he's right. I mean, I totally agree with that. I think you got to have that person you can talk to. You got to.
I mean, and does that help?
That helps because it keeps you grounded.
Right.
Okay. Yes. That's why that kind of goes back to it. Like the important question is like, you need to know yourself to be able to love somebody. To Don's point, to what he was saying, like he knows what type of person he is. He knows that he can be a handful. That's how he's able to love you the way that he's able to love you. he wouldn't be able to do that without knowing himself, which is a problem in a lot of like relationships in and of themselves. A thing that helps with that is having somebody that you can go to and say, man, look, dude, I did this and she was tripping today, bro. Like, I don't know what. And it's like, I don't know if she was really tripping on that, dude. You kind of like was doing this, like, you all was arguing about this last. Like, having those conversations allows you to unpack what's right, what's wrong, and establish what I would probably call an objective truth.
Yeah.
Like something that is who's over the line, who's not over the line. And you have somebody to at least like whiteboard off of, rather than you just thinking that you're right every time y'all get an argument, or you're right every time you say something. That's when the love gets a little shaky.
Wow.
And I got a friend right now. They've been married 15 years. He told her at the door, I am not the type of handyman. We're gonna hire people. I'm not a handyman. That's not me.
Yeah.
So she understood that, and she can accept that because he's not a handyman.
Right.
He know him. He knew him.
Right.
But if she came to the door and she walking like it's leaking, where somebody else will say, "Let me get underneath there."
Right.
He gonna let's call the plumber.
And that's huge. Also, I think in Richard, we got to understand that you have to allow people to operate in their strengths.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we set people up to fail.
Yeah.
If I say, hey, I want you to cook.
Ooh.
I know you can't cook. Why is that? Why is that an expectation?
Yeah.
Because he know I can't cook.
You the woman, you supposed to cook.
Yeah.
If you can't cook, why am I setting you up to do something?
I don't know why you was trying to set me up, because you know I can't cook. And it's not that I don't cook. I literally cannot cook.
So if I take the traditional, because we like to throw the traditional,
yeah,
which is trash.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
The traditional, well, that's your job.
Ooh.
So we just supposed to eat toast every day?
I don't know what y'all gonna do, because
Peanut J.
That's what I'm saying. But it also goes
what you want
to women too.
Yeah.
To men as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you know you with a guy and he's not handy, why you expect that man to get down there and do that?
That's true.
Well, why is that your expectation?
Yeah.
When you know.
When I know.
Or even if you know that's something he can't do, and that's something that's a hard line for you, why are you even with this man in general?
Ooh.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Ooh.
If you know that ain't what you want, you should be with that guy.
You shouldn't even be with him. If that's that important to you, or like you got to put him in that compromising situation of like you never getting underneath the sink, or you never building me a house, or you never doing this. Like, why are you even 3 years in, 5 years in with this person that you know can't do that?
Because a lot of times, we think that we can do certain things to change you.
Oh,
we gonna put women think we gonna put the thing on you.
And
you gonna change. We gonna change.
It ain't gonna change us.
And
a lot of people don't change.
Yeah. At this age, nobody's 18 anymore.
That's right.
We all big grown adults.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Appreciate you, but that ain't gonna make nobody change. You can't sex nobody into being who you want them to be.
Oh, jeez.
That is so true. You doing? I'm like,
but that's why you see a lot of women with bum dudes.
Yeah.
But they projects.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. He was a bum when you met him.
And he gonna be a bum.
And you gonna get a whole lot of cash.
You gonna be
hurt.
And mad.
Yeah, and mad.
Because you went in with expectation. Like a lot of times, like I've seen people who get with a dude, he don't have a job. 3 years in, he ain't got a job, and you mad. He have a job, and you met him. Shut up.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Him have a job?
Yeah.
He never had a job.
Wow.
So one thing we were taught is that what it takes to get you, what it takes to keep you, or something to that nature.
Right.
A lot of times it don't take nothing to get you anymore.
Oh.
So why should it take something to keep you?
You sound like your brother right now.
It's true.
And Chris, I know you watching. He sounds just like you.
It's true.
But he don't.
I know. I'm clear.
But think about this.
It's true.
When you see a no offense, my brother, a heavy set big guy, a little chubby, and he's with this sexy slim lady, and you look at them like how they work together because she.
You saw me. You saw me.
No. I said that.
Oh, okay. You didn't say this. Okay.
But you wonder why it works.
Yeah.
Because she accepts him for him.
Yeah.
All of him.
Yeah. Acceptance is
It ain't he ain't the muscle bound guy,
Yeah.
but she accepts him for him.
And not only that, man, I think when we're young, we want, the baddest chick on the block, the best body. As you get older, you just want somebody that's gonna treat you right.
And support you.
I just need somebody who gonna treat. Now, ain't nobody trying to get in bed with no booger bear. That's not what I'm saying. But we don't. We ain't gotta have the most beautiful with the greatest body, and we older now.
Because life gonna change. That's all gonna change.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you ain't trying to get with every day no more anyway. You tired. You know what I'm saying? You gonna look at it like, man, that's a nice body. You gonna go to sleep.
I hit you Tuesday.
I see you Tuesday.
I see you Tuesday.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at hey, said I ain't name my testimony. I ain't saying.
Several years, bro.
When you young, she in the shower. You like,
I'm coming. I come.
Yeah. But as you get older, your needs change.
Yeah.
Your desires change.
Yeah.
And it's more, I need somebody who's gonna put me in a position where I feel okay. Because everybody just want to feel okay.
Yeah.
Man, woman, and child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Place of safety.
Yeah. So, in getting ready to wrap up, I got one final question.
Are you kicking us out now?
I mean, we time sensitive here. We are respectful of our view of that.
Y'all got a little more time.
Charles, ask the question, Shelley.
Okay. So there have been times where you've had moments or seasons where your love ship was like heaven on earth. And then there were times that I'm sure we've all experienced because we've had more than one relationship, or even in the relationships we're in, where it was like, this can't get no worse. This is hell right here. Despite those two, weighing those two, if you had the ability to choose right now to either live life with love or without it, which would you choose?
Hey, you go first.
Oh, because mama want to know.
I mean, personally, I think with love is the only answer. I don't think it's possible to really live a long life without love. That's probably the shortest opinion I got on here. I feel like the only answer is with love, and that's whether it's from familial or in a relationship. You need love. You can't walk the earth alone. So you need at least one person on your side.
Tina, get off the floor. Tina, fellow, go floor. Yeah, babe, Charles.
Definitely with love. I mean, the foundation of creation was built off love. God so loved. Mm-hmm. So of course, that's a mandatory component of our existence.
But would you choose it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All day.
Okay. Charles?
I choose it. I'm living. It's just what I choose with you.
Oh, okay.
That's the question.
Oh, nobody wants your love, Charles.
I choose with you. You gotta have love, and then next month's show, I'm coming back on here just for the co-host. So y'all tune in next month. The co-host gonna be in the studio. She talking some trash because she on the other line. I got you next month. Mm-hmm.
But that's good to hear, because love is a risk. I mean, we go through a lot in the name of love. We put ourselves out there. We're vulnerable. And it's good to know that despite what we've been through, we will still choose love. We would still choose to live a life that's filled with love. And I don't think it's a coincidence that God gave us his own definition, saying that, and I had to write it down because it was just so much because of our topic. He's saying that it is long suffering, that is patient, that is kind, that it rejoices in the truth, that it doesn't look back, but that it endures, it looks forward. And I know that he gave us that definition because he knew there will be times when we not only wanted to, but felt justified in operating on the opposite side of that definition. So he's like, yeah, once you get past the ooey gooey, as my husband call it, once you get past the touchy feely, now you into the real thing called love. And it takes work. But to know that despite the work that it takes, you would choose it over and over again speaks volumes. It says a lot. And I think we as women need to embrace that and understand that and not take it for granted. That despite what it is that, yeah, we know you all are a lot, but we a lot too. And despite what it is that we send you through, you will still choose love over and over again, you know? And so this episode today was about us hearing from you all, learning from you all, and ultimately trying to get this thing called love together, not just for the sake of us here, but there's legacy that's being formed, that's watching how we love one another. And we have a responsibility to go forth and be that love that God created, not just to be a recipient of it, but we got a responsibility to give it. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate you all for being courageous enough to come on camera and share your perspectives.
And be transparent, because it definitely gave me a different understanding, even from all age aspects. You too, Chilean. So it'll make me look differently. In the relationships moving forward.
I agree. I agree.
Oh, appreciate y'all having us.
Absolutely.
Most definitely.
I agree. So fam, I hope that this has blessed you. If it has in any form of fashion, please share it with someone that you would like to be blessed as well. And as always, until next time, we love you to life, and we'll see you soon.
All righty. All right. Bye, Donnie. Bye, you, man. Bye, Shelly. Bye, Hayes.
Thank you.